Your first card is a Nine of Wands. That's been showing up a lot. I have an Ace of Cups. I have the Magician. This is a King of Swords. This is a Three of Swords. I have the Hangman. I have an Eight of Wands reversed. The Sun. And an Ace of Wands. And these two are very nice together. Okay, so very interesting. We do have water. We have an Ace of Cups here. In fact, you have two aces, but I'm more intrigued. I'm very intrigued with two things. The swords that are showing up here in your present energy and the wands that are anchoring the corners of your tarot spread. You have a Nine of Wands here, Eight of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands, and the Magician has a wand as well. So you also have some very, your major arcana cards are already telling me the story, meaning that we have a magician here, and magicians are always about manifesting, making things happening, going forward, and it's almost as if the magician brings this energy of trying to make something work or going forward and taking a risk to test your influence, to make something work in your favor. The magician is also about someone who could have influence over you, but it's about personal power and making your own change and making your own luck. Okay. And so, yeah, we have this major arcana with a wand and then these three other wands. And it could be that some of you Cancers, for some reason, and I do read the comments from time to time, I do get a lot of people who are water signs who are also with fire signs. You know, Aries and Pisces, Cancer, and Leo. But the way I'm interpreting, I'm getting a sense that this fire energy, this wands energy, has a lot to do with an issue in your relationship with your partner, where your partner is sort of the one controlling the relationship or calling the shots. Also, I get the feeling that maybe a big decision about the relationship or the relationship moving forward depends on this partner. That's why I'm looking at the magician, as far as this person having a big influence on the relationship. Some of you may be in long-term relationships where you may want to move. You may want to have another child. You may want to get married. But it seems as if there's someone in the relationship who keeps pulling back and who keeps calling the shots. So whenever I see wands, strategically wands showing up in a particular way, I kind of just get this feeling that there's a matter of personal will and influence. And, you know, once again, fire is the element that can change things. Anything that touches fire immediately is transformed. And so if it's not a particular person or partner, what I'm reading into this situation is a relationship that is going through changes or will be going through changes or depends on a certain situation changing. Okay. And so once again, also those swords in the present energy, where I get the feeling some of you Cancers are going through a big disappointment right now. Something that you wanted to have happen. Maybe it was a breakup, because we see this Hangman here. And so some of you are probably dealing with a very difficult emotional situation. You have this Ace of Cups. Water is your element. And maybe you guys fell in love. You put your emotions out there. And it seems like you guys were disappointed that you got blindsided here. So having said that, the Magician and then the Hangman, this emotional turmoil. But then the nice thing is that you have the Sun in your future, which is indicating things are looking up. And then you have that Ace of Wands as well. An Ace of Wands is always about starting over, a new motivation, a new energy. So whatever's going on with this person, for some of you Cancers, there could have been a serious breakup. But especially when I look at the Wands, I see something that happened in the past, and they're being cautious, they're being defensive. And this is followed by your Ace of Cups. And so we go from this Nine of Wands, the Magician's waving his wand, then this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is about speed and things happening quickly. And then things slow down a little bit. It's also about receiving a message or something that you wanted to have happen that happens right out of the blue. So this Eight of Wands is also indicating that someone is not, in the future, someone is not going to come as quickly, but they are coming back for some of you. It could mean that there's someone who is taking their time, but they're going to make their way back to you. That's why we're getting the Sun. And then this is when we get this Ace of Wands, this reconnection, so to speak. Keep in mind that Ace of Wands is also encouraging. That whenever you see it, the Ace means a new birth, a new starting over. A new birth, starting over. So this person, assuming that these wands are a part of someone's energy, someone could be falling in love again, or they could be saying, I'm sorry, I want to come back. And that's after going through a lot of pain here. In less harsher terms, maybe not a breakup for some of you. Maybe the relationship did suffer a big disappointment that depended on something else, maybe a job offer, buying a house, things in everyday life that can make or break a relationship. But yeah, this Ace of Cups, and right under it is that Three of Swords. But guess what? Under that Three of Swords is the Sun. And then you have the Ace of Wands. And together, the Sun is also bringing heat and light as well. So you've got, this new, you're going to get this new energy of optimism with this other person. If they've been in a funk, if they've been pulling away, if they've been causing a lot of stress and worry. I get the feeling that this person is going to come around for some of you. They might have been going through a difficult time in their own lives and they haven't been communicating with you. That's also another way to look at that King of Swords and that Three of Swords together. So yes, in the present, some of you Cancers are going through a really difficult time. But then this future, it's indicating that there may be something going on with the other person that you're not completely aware about. And you might have been worried or heartbroken because you haven't heard from them. But it seems as if they're not completely out of the picture. So let me shuffle for the outcome card. Oh wow, a 10 of Pentacles. And Pentacles have been quite relevant. They haven't been flooding the readings the way they did a couple months ago. But this is a happy home, happy family, stability, prosperity. So yeah, rough times. And I think the overall story that I'm getting from the Oracle here is that some of you may be attached to someone who's going through a very difficult time and they're pulling away. But I think you just need to be aware that it's not always about you. And it's just a matter of being patient, which is why I see that Eight of Wands there. Okay, so everything will turn out okay. So that was your reading. And just to give you a heads up, there will be a new service that I'm offering, a phone reading. It's the Grand Romany Tarot reading. It's a 60-minute reading, and it's a very extensive spread. It's a traditional spread. It's used by many tarot readers, and it's very thorough. It's the type of reading that you treat yourself to get maybe once a month, and it just covers everything in your life, especially romance. It goes into detail about what's going on now, things that might happen, near future, far future, everything. So I posted a video in this month's playlist, so you might want to check that out. So thank you so much again for watching my videos and subscribing. And I'll see you on YouTube, and I hope you had a lovely summer as we go into the cooler months, at least for those of you on the East Coast. Here in LA, we're having a heat wave. But I will see you on YouTube, and I'll definitely see you next month. So take care, and I wish you love and light.